Hi Dora, how are you? It's a lovely evening. Praise the Almighty God. Yeah, sorry for the interruption. Sorry for the rescheduling. We really had some not awesome time at the office. So just because we had an appointment, I said let me push it to 5. Thank you so much for coming on. Yeah, it's okay. You can just turn on your video. Even if I don't get the audio through, it's okay. All right, let's just kick it off. My name is Emma, and I'm a trained health and nutrition consultant with Red 5 Limited. And Red 5 Limited is part of a bigger picture. It's actually a dealership of Saladmaster International. And Saladmaster is a US-based company that manufactures scientifically designed cooking systems that allow us to cook our food with no oil, no water, and on very low heat on an alloy of titanium. Yes, so basically, it's a disclaimer, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a dietitian, but I'm just a trained health and nutrition consultant. So yeah, just a little bit about yourself. Of course, I just have a few of you from Victoria. Maybe you can just type it down in the chat box. Hello, Dora, just give me a thumbs up, then we proceed. Just give me a thumbs up, then we proceed, because I want this to be as quick as possible. Hello? Hey, Dora, are you there? Just type something. Okay. Oh, all right. That's beautiful. Then let's proceed. I was still telling you a little more bit of history about myself. And now, Saladmaster is a worldwide company, and we are in over 73 countries and still growing. In Uganda, we only started in 2016, and we've gone ahead to open branches across East Africa and Africa at large. So I think you can see it at the background there. So this is our visionary, Harry Lemons. He started way back in 1946, and we built a solid reputation in over 70 to 75 countries and counting. So it's been a very awesome product that has lasted for years. Yes. So in Uganda, we are Red 5, and our vision is doing well, doing good. Of course, if you're doing well, you'll definitely do good. And our CEO is Danson Mugarura. Then we went ahead to open more branches across East Africa. Like you can see, Kenya, we have Bontavita, Mizani, Zuri Sana, and Eat Well in Uganda, and more offices are coming up. So we're looking at opening more and more offices. We're looking at 20 dealerships by the end of this year. Yeah, so Dora, maybe you can just type in the chat box. I don't know, let's just begin with nutrition. So I'll be asking you questions. Feel free to interact, feel free to type in the chat box, then I'll get to see your answers. So have you heard of a phrase that you are what you eat? Okay. Dietitians and doctors tell us that what you eat and most importantly, how you prepare it can affect the way you look, the way you live, and how you feel. Yes. Do you believe that? Okay. So I don't know if you look at the diseases down below, do you know anyone suffering from such illnesses like heart disease, stroke, cholesterol, digestive problems, obesity, cancer, and diabetes? When you look at yes, absolutely, I like that. When you look at all these diseases, they definitely have something in common. And what they share in common, they are all food related, diet related diseases. For example, heart disease, stroke, and digestive problems, then obesity, and of course to ulcerations, a common cold, and even a headache, migraines. So most of them are related to our diet. And our work, Dora, does not begin. Our work begins when food hits the kitchen table. Like, I don't know whether you've ever had anyone asking you about the journey of food from the market to the kitchen table, but definitely what happens is that none has ever done that, asking you what happens to when food hits your kitchen table. So that's where our work begins from. When you enter the kitchen, is what you do to food in the kitchen and what you add in food, and then what you take away from food that can either guarantee whether you're getting the nutrition or not. So the things we do to food that strip away nutrition are what we call the enemies of nutrition. Yes, and these include, of course, peeling. I don't know. Do you peel your like potatoes? You peel potatoes. You told me you cook. Do you peel potatoes? Dora, you peel your potatoes. Oh, not all of them. Okay, okay. So some you don't peel. I don't know what you exactly don't peel. Maybe you can put it down in the chat box. Oh, you don't peel sweet potatoes. That is beautiful. So when you look at the vegetables that grow under the ground, the nutrients are just above the skin, are just beneath the skin or in the skin itself. So that's why we just wash them thorough, like potatoes and then um, carrots, and then some other vegetables. So when you look at carrots, most likely we don't peel our carrots because the nutrition content is just beneath the peel. I don't know whether you do peel the carrots also. Yeah, so now I don't know whether you can see that in the background. The enemies of nutrition, one of the enemies is peeling, then also cooking in water. Like, I don't know, how do you always prepare you eat them raw? Oh, sweet potatoes. Okay, okay. Uh-huh. So you normally cook in water. So what I would like to share with you is a video of a carrot test. Like what happens to, it's a simulation of what happens to our vegetables when we cook them in water. Let's say nakati, buga, what most people do, they normally cut it down. After cutting, they wash. Then the color comes out. So water leaches out nutrition in the food. What is the nutrition in the food? It is the vitamins and minerals. Dora, whenever you lose color in your food, you're actually losing the vitamins. Whenever you lose the taste or flavor, you're losing minerals. Let me just show you a simple video here. Sorry, Dora. We were to do for you a live demonstration, but we had some challenges, so I just had to do it anyway. Yeah, so I was still asking you, do you wash your vegetables? Let's say the nakati. So yeah, so Dora, this is our carrot, and this is one of our machines, the food processor. That one right there that is slicing, it's a very amazing machine. I know it would save your time in the kitchen. So that's a colleague of mine trying to simulate the cooking process, and he just shredded a carrot right there. So what normally happens, we are simulating the cooking process. You will add water definitely. Let's say that is your buga, your nakati. You will add water, and then definitely you will do the stirring. So once you do the stirring, guess what? You'll take the nakati out or the buga out, and you'll drain it. You'll drain it to be cooked. Definitely, you're going to fry. So we are just simulating the cooking process here. You can see he's pouring it into a glass of water. Yes, he's pouring it into a glass. And just look at what happened from a carrot. I don't know whether you had your carrot ready, but we've just lost color. And I've told you, Dora, whenever we lose color, we lose the vitamins. Whenever we lose flavor, we lose the minerals. And so guess what happens to this water? We actually take it down the drain to the sink. And what will be the most nutritious member of the family? That is our sink, not so. Yes. So water leaches out nutrients in our food. And remember, I told you whenever you lose color, you lose vitamins. Whenever you lose flavor, you lose minerals. Do you agree with that? Oh, you're saying if they are dirty. Actually, what you always have to do is wash them before cutting them. Let's say you have your nakati, you first wash it before cutting it. Then after, you can cut it and cook it. But what normally happens is that this nakati tends to shrink down. I don't know whether you've noticed that. When you take it to frying, it shrinks, and it loses its integrity, like it's not in the same shape and size. And that's the same thing that happens to the cabbage. Is that true, Dora? Yes, Dora? Hello? Yes, yes. I was still telling you, you're answering that if they are dirty, you wash them. So I want to find out, is it the same thing you do to your cabbages? Like there's no shrinkage. Let's say, okay, you finished washing them, the nakati, and you're trying to fry it. It will definitely shrink after frying, not so? Oh, yes, it does. So thank you so much for that. Take you back to our presentation. So the other enemies of nutrition that actually leach out, that spoil our food, is what we call oxidation. Oxidation, right there. Oxidation is exposing our food to air and light. So what does air and light do? Have you ever tried biting an apple and then you leave it in the air out? What happens to the apple? After biting it and maybe you take an hour, what happens to the apple? Also, about the apple changes color. It tends to change color, and even the flavor changes. The taste changes with time. So air and light strip away nutrition from our food. Then the other thing that strips away the nutrition is excessive heat. That is via boiling. Boiling normally happens at 100 degrees centigrade, but it can even go higher than that. If you were to sterilize a child's bottle, not to get, if you had a baby and you're trying to sterilize the bottle, you'll actually put it in boiling water that is sterilized. Just imagine if at all you're doing that to our vegetables. Will it be fair? Won't we be losing nutrition in the vegetables too? Because normally dietitians tell us that the right temperature to cook our vegetables is 86 degrees. Yeah. So the other enemy of nutrition is oils and fats. Oils and fats. Whenever we cook our food in oil, let's say we first heat up the oil and then we put food in there. Sometimes at 100 degrees, the oil becomes toxic. Yes, it becomes toxic, and when it gets into our bodies, it becomes 10 times harder to digest. And guess what happens? Is what you'll see here on your right hand side. So fat and heart disease. From 1 to 5,000 people, out of 5,000 people, actually we get one dying of an accident, but out of 4 people, we get one dying of heart attack or heart-related issues. So fats and oils, this is what they do. When they come to our arteries, it just starts like this when we are still young. Just starts like this, just like you see in the first top right corner. Top right corner, the cell is a little bit, yeah, top left corner, the cell is a little bit larger. But when we consume fats and oils, it tends to go down. It go down. Of course, the plague is surrounding the area, just like you see. Then when you look at the fourth one, let me annotate it and you see. When you look at the fourth one here, sorry. When you look at the fourth one here, it becomes smaller. And what does is that it will stop the blood flow, and eventually someone may have paralysis or stroke. Yes. So that is what always happens when we eat a lot of oils and fats. They become 7 times harder to digest, and what happens? They always settle in the belly. That's why you hear people having tires, pot bellies, and all the like. But we can avoid all that. So now I'm introducing you to what we call the Saladmaster solution. Yes. So the system was tailored to combat the enemies of nutrition, like just as we've seen, like peeling, cooking in water, oxidation. Yeah. Oh, Victoria just joined us. Welcome, Victoria. She's connecting to the audio. So Dora, let's just proceed. Give me a thumbs up to know that you're there. Hi, Victoria, give me a thumbs up to know that you're there. Okay. Hello? Maybe unmute. Victoria, unmute and tell us you're there.
Hi.
Oh. Yes, Victoria, it's okay. Your voice is a little bit breaking, but it's okay. Okay. Yes, so Dora, I was still explaining you why should you invest in Saladmaster. We are now looking at the solution that Saladmaster made to combat all the enemies of nutrition, like we saw. So in the video there down, you can see. So actually, our pans are made out of titanium, and it's an alloy of three metals, which includes titanium, stainless steel, and aluminium. So a system has inverting lids. It has inverting lids, then a gripless powering edge. It has Versa-lock handles, smooth interior, and a vapor valve technology. This vapor valve will click when it clocks 86 degrees. Remember, I told you whenever our vegetables at 86 degrees, that is the right temperature to kill off the germs and then also retain the nutrition in the food. And our system actually retains 93% of the nutrition in the food. And people are trying to eat healthier. So this way you're trying to give your body a fighting chance. If it has the right immune system, it has the nutrition value, because this body actually does not recognize food. It recognizes the nutrition, that is vitamins and minerals. Yes. So now I'm still talking about the pans. Dora, let me ask you a question before I move on. If you went into a supermarket and you found a pan of $100 and then another of $1,000, which one do you think most people would buy? Hey, Dora, are you with me? Okay, let me see. Oh, the cheaper pan. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, but the cheaper pan, why do you think they buy the cheaper pan? Okay, they'll buy the cheaper pan just because this $1,000 pan cannot tell you. Oh, yeah. It's all in economics. The $1,000 pan cannot tell you what the cheaper pan cannot do. They actually, you feel that they do the same purpose. But the purpose of this call actually is to let you know that the $1,000 pan is actually a cheaper and better buy. And that's what I'm going to show you today. So if at all you are looking at investing in every piece that Saladmaster has, you'll be looking at an investment of slightly less than $16,000, and but it goes way down to individual sets and prices for a few hundreds of dollars. But what most families love, what most Ugandan families love, is the 8,000. A set slightly less than $8,000. It's what most people invest in. But today it's less about the price, it's less about the funds, but more about your health and the health of your family. So I want you to keep an open mind. As we go through the demonstration. And then the other thing that our customers love most is that our pants have a lifetime warranty. You get to invest once for the rest of your life, use them for the rest of your life. Yeah. So let us proceed. So just as you see in the video, these pans are designed to save your space. They are in several sizes, to the biggest, from the biggest to the smallest. Yes, so when you cover up the lids, you can just store them well in the sideboard. Yes. So now let's talk about the interior. Like I told you, it is made out of three metals. That is titanium, aluminum, and then stainless steel. So stainless steel is on the outside, like you're going to see. Yes, so it is highly polished and induction capable. Let's say you have induction hobs. You can also use it on charcoal. You can use it on firewood or any heat source of your choice. Then in the middle part or the interior, it has an aluminum mesh, and the aluminum mesh is very good for even heat distribution from the surface. So you get to cook on very low heat, but it also enhances cooking faster. So as long as the pan is hot, it becomes an oven. It almost becomes an oven, and that introduces us to the first world's smallest oven, which is our one coat that I'm going to show you shortly. So in the middle layer, like I told you, it has an aluminum core that heats up the entire pan, and it will keep hot for almost 2 hours. So you can always have your food warm. Then the interior is where your food sits. It's what your food touches. I don't know whether you've heard of braces they put in teeth, the dentists. It's actually made out of titanium, and titanium is one of the most expensive metals, and it is highly non-corrosive, highly non-reactive with the food, and it gives your food a clean surface that does not contaminate it. Then the other thing is that it does not pit and it does not corrode. So you use it for the rest of your life. If at all you look at our normal pans, these other pans, they always pit, and you find that they corrode, and with time they even get holes down or holes on the side. I don't know, people have changed cars, people have changed houses, but they have never changed their cookware. But they are always buying and buying more cookware. Yes, so the other thing about the pan is it has a dripless pouring edge, just like you see it pouring there. Let's say you're doing your porridge, you're doing your milk, and you're trying to pour it in a cup. It won't spill over the pan. It just goes directly to the position where you are pouring. Yes, so that's one other advantage of this pan. Then I don't know whether you've noticed the pans are razored on. They are razored on, and they are not screwed. Most likely, what happens with the screwed pans, the screws tend to wear off with time, and they rust also. So the rust can also contaminate the food. So just right as you see it there, Saladmaster is set to, you set it to medium heat. Then once the vapor valve starts clicking, it will let you know that it's hot enough. You can turn it low. After turning it low, you go. Then you give it 10 minutes and your food is ready. So it really cooks faster, just like you see in that pan are vegetables. So you can get to cook your vegetables. And remember, it is an airtight container, so the oxidation won't happen. Like we won't have a loss of flavor or a loss of taste. Yes, so it is a medium heat, click, low, and go. So you're always turning down the heat. Once it clocks 86 degrees, it will start clicking, just like you see in the clip. Yes, it starts clicking just like that. Then what you do, you turn it to low, then you go. So that is the interior. It remains like that for the rest of its Saladmaster life. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that cool? Hey Dora, just drop down anything that wows you in the comment section. Then about the handles, they're ergonomically designed to rest on your wrists or palms. Then the other thing is that even if someone has arthritis and maybe they are shaking, their hands are shaking, they can always hold these handles very well. Oh, okay, it is right. So they are also good for storage. You can remove the handles and store them. So this saves space. Let's say in your cabin, it really saves space. because most of the handles are undetachable, like you can't detach them off other pans. Yeah, so far, Dora, what has wowed you? Oh my God. Interesting. Yes, yes, yes. So it is a very wonderful product, and it is amazing. The benefits are endless, honestly. Let me just show you more here. That's exciting. So like I told you, it has a semi vacuum cooking environment. When turned to low, the pan cools down and the air shrinks. So whatever you put in, you get back. Let's say you put in a whole cabbage, you'll get that same size of the cabbage. It will cook in its natural juices. You'll find that even the cabbage doesn't mix up. It doesn't mix up. Then when we also get to cook without oil, we have an amazing product called a Bad Boy. It is actually our 12-core electric skillet. So this one, you get to cook your chicken, your pork. If at all you eat pork, sorry if you don't. You get to muchomo, you do your muchomo. So it is half the entire kitchen. It can bake, it can braise, it can do muchomo, uh, it can do stew, just in case you want stew. So let's say, Dora, you have a party and it's raining outside and you want to show off you're doing barbecue. You want to show off, you can have this done with the Bad Boy. Just yet about to show you what it does. So it is electric and it has a temperature gauge. So the temperature gauge, you can set it to 230. That is for the meats. Oh, while I was explaining, you're comparing it with the ones you know, and I must say that I have picked interest in them. Okay, Dora, that is beautiful. So I'm going to show you one of our amazing products, and it's called the food processor. It actually mastered the art of slicing and dicing our vegetables and fruits to make salads, and hence the name stuck. That's why the company got the name Saladmaster. So I'm just about to play that video. Let me just show it to you here. But and the most amazing bit, Dora, about the food processor is that it is free of charge. Yeah, so this is it. It actually does work of 7 chefs in minutes. It has about 5 cones, and you can just see how easily it slices. So within seconds, it slices within seconds. Let's say you're doing your onions, you're doing your cabbages. So it will give you up to 75 different shapes and sizes. Oh, sorry about that. My internet is a bit unstable. I hope it's clear now. So it can give you up to 75 different shapes and sizes, just like you see. You can do your, let's say you want chips, you want crisps. So these are the cones right here. They are numbered. However, you can't see the numbers right now. If you were in the conventional world, you could have seen the cones, how they are numbered. Yes, so it literally finishes the work of 7 chefs in seconds. So it is what we use to slice and dice our onions. And it replaces our knives. Yeah. Then Dora, you told me that you fry. How do you normally, how normally do you do it? What do you use? Use cooking oil, not so? Hello? Oh, you use cooking oil and butter. So most likely you use vegetable oil, not so? Okay, so I'm going to show you how you can actually have, how you can actually cook with no oil. and this is achieved in our mighty bad boy. It does the cooking with no oil, and so what we do, we cook the oil out of the food and not the food in the oil, because normally when you look at meat and then the chicken, it normally comes with its own what, its own oil. But what happens, we add oil onto it, and normally what happens, you'll find that it shrinks also. The meat you bought and it was a kilo, it actually turns to half. Yes, Victoria, you have a question? Please go ahead, unmute yourself. Hello, Victoria. You have a question? Okay, let me just show you what our bad boy is. So maybe still a little more bit of our food processor. It has a waffler, and that's what the waffler does. It can cut up to different shapes and sizes, just like you see in that video right there. And remember, I told you, Dora, it's free of charge. So all you have to do to win yourself this machine is recommend to us about 5 people who you think might benefit from this, people who are trying to eat healthier, people who are open-minded just like you are, because you wouldn't be here if you're not open-minded. So just recommend to us 5 people. Think about that person you really care about. And in case we get an investment out of 2 of them, then we shall deliver this machine free of charge. Yes. So do you see how fast it is? Do you see how it will save your time, Dora? Just imagine you can make your salads in seconds. I know salads take time to make. But you can make salads in seconds with the food processor. Oh, yes. That's beautiful. So Dora, just be thinking about those people and recommend us to those people. Then we will get this machine right at your comfort, right at your home. Yes. So it really saves time, because you told me you love cooking, and I also love cooking, but I prefer saving time. Honestly, when I met Saladmaster, I started becoming skeptic about my cooking. Yeah. Yes. So it's a machine that can really save time. I think you can see the way it is dicing the carrot, slicing it. So it has a finger guard. If at all the carrot becomes smaller, just like you see this hand right there, if it becomes smaller, you drop it in there, then you use a finger guard not to cut your fingers, because they are really sharp, very, very sharp. They are like knives. Oh, you're asking how much is it? I told you, Dora, it is free. It is free of charge. And if you need it, I told you, you have to recommend to us people you think might need to use it, or invest in it, just like you are. Invest in a set. Yes. But then we shall talk more about it on the call. Yeah, it's free of charge. It's free of charge. You only need to recommend people for the virtual demonstration. Remember, I told you we are doing it virtually right now, but we normally do it conventionally in the comfort of your home, and we get to share with you a 5-course meal. Yes. Yeah, that is it. Okay. I think you can see how it will make your work easy. Because I remember one of our clients told me like, ever since they got Saladmaster, they have peace of mind at home. The husband used to come back and the wife is in the kitchen, spends more time in the kitchen. They're all back from work, very tired. But ever since they got Saladmaster, they are now saving on time and they are saving on their gas bills. Remember, I told you this system saves actually 70% on your gas bills. Let's say you've been spending 100,000 for gas. Now you need to spend 30,000. Just imagine saving the 70%, saving the 70,000. You can do other things. Dora, what would you do in the 70, in the balance? Because what most people look at is an investment, like let's say an investment of 10 years. 10 years. Within 10 years, if at all you invest in Saladmaster, you'll have got your money back. You'll have got your returns back. You'll have saved your time. Oh, you invest it somewhere. That's beautiful. You can see. So just imagine saving 70% in 10 years. How much money is it? It's a lot of money. Yes. Yeah, so Dora, let me introduce you to our amazing bad boy. They call our 12 core our 12 core inch skillet, oil core skillet. It has oil embedded in, like you're going to see. And it's actually what gets to fry our chicken with no oil. Yeah, so now this is the process of the chicken fried with no oil, and it's golden brown fried chicken. So when you look at those pieces, you look closely and you see that they don't have their skins on. I will remove the skins because that's where most of the bad cholesterol hides. So we take off the skin and then we just get to fry it the way it is, without any oil. So we remove the excess fat just like you see him doing it there. And then it has a temperature gauge. Remember, I told you for meats and like for meats and fish, we cook them at 230 degrees Celsius. However, when you look at that timer, it has about 450. Oh, Dora, sorry about that. I had a network issue. Yeah. Yeah, I was still telling you about the. I was still telling you about the meats. So they happen to cook at higher temperatures. So that is 230 degrees Celsius here in Uganda. However, in the US, it is about 450 degrees, 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Yes. So it has a temperature gauge that actually lets you set your temperature. Remember, I told you it is half your entire kitchen. So this piece is half your entire kitchen, and it can actually do bakes, you can do barbecue, you can braise, you can also do stack cooking. It can actually act as your stove. So once the temperature you see there is 450 degrees Fahrenheit, but in Uganda it is in Celsius. So the maximum is 230. And what you see there, it has a timer. It also has a temperature gauge. So you can time your food. Let's say your rice cooks for 15 minutes and you time it to 15 minutes. You just time it to 15 minutes, then you leave it there and go. Once the food is ready and the 15 minutes are done, it will turn off itself. Yes, it turns off itself. And then the other thing is that this bad boy can actually do stack cooking. Let's say you've run out of gas. You can just add another Saladmaster pan on it as long as it is heat up, and then you get to use it as a stove. So it is very hot, just like you see, it's sprinkling water to see whether it's ready. In the core, it has oil embedded in, which is food grade oil. So this oil, what it does, it distributes the heat around the pan to make sure that it's really hot. Yes. To make sure that the pan is really hot. And just in seconds, you can see that after 10 minutes, he's turning the pieces and they are already browned. And guess what? We've not lost the integrity. We've not lost the shape and size. Remember, with Saladmaster, you get to protect the integrity of food. That is the shape and size. And you get to prevent contamination because you're cooking on a clean surface. And you get to preserve the nutrients because you're cooking at the right temperature. Yeah, so just for 15 minutes, I think you can see it is already turned. So that's the product. That's how it came out. That's the result. Yes. So Dora, as I was telling you, okay. Oh, the bad boy is not free, and the bad boy is not free, but it is inclusive in some of our sets. That is the executive chef set, and then the master set. Yes, I'm going to show you sets shortly after this. Oh, Victoria, you're saying no. Oh, okay. How much does it go for? Oh, like I told you, it's not free. It's about the bad boy is about 7 million Ugandan shillings. If at all you're buying it as a piece, but it is cheaper if you buy it in a set. Yes, it is cheaper in a set. And a set normally includes different pans. So like I told you, it's half the entire kitchen. Oh, yeah. Dora, we're out of time. Yeah, I have to let you go just shortly. So shortly, I'm about to let you go. We shall keep chatting in the chat on WhatsApp and then maybe on phone call. So they are not just expensive pans. You'll have to reconsider and look again. I'll share this slide with you, Dora, because you're about to go. Yes, so the future here, it has the feature, benefit, and then the incentive. There's no shrinkage of food. You keep the texture of food, you keep the color, protect the wholeness, and you also get to save money on the foods, like 50% on your shopping. Let's say you've been shopping 50 potatoes, now you need half of that, yes. Then you get to save 70% of the energy, and you also get to keep healthy and fit. And it also kills the germs and retains 93% of the nutrients in the food. Yes, how cool is that? So your immune system is boosted, the nervous system is okay, it keeps you fit and productive, and it also keeps the doctor away. You won't be spending money at the doctor's place. Just imagine you can buy a cheaper pan, but in the long run, then the price ends up going high because you buy it at a cheaper price. It starts as low as this, then it goes up. Let's say your food is contaminated and you get sick, you go to the doctor. With time it wears out, you buy another pan. But so Saladmaster was built to a standard and lower to a price, because it starts from an investment high as this, but then less bills, less energy, less food. So it keeps on going down. The price keeps on going down. And remember, you have a lifetime warranty. And the bad boy, just like you saw it, it is fully immersible in water. You can even throw it in a swimming pool and get it out while it's still okay. So thank you so much, Dora, for joining us. And Victoria was on. She's the one who invited you to this call. In case you need us to come into your home and do the conventional demonstration, we shall be doing it. So let me just take you through some of the sets that we have here. Remember, I'm going to share this with you. So this is our executive chef set, just in case you want to replace everything you have in your kitchen. It has about 39 pieces, and actually it's the cheapest price. It's the cheapest set if at all you compare with the other sets. So it goes for a price just slightly less than $16,000. And then we have this master set. It has a bad boy. So the bad boy is included in the master set, the chef set, and then the professional set. Those are the three sets with the bad boy. Yes, I will share with you the prices. And as I told you, you can recommend us 5 people that will really appreciate this and are open-minded like you. Yes, so that is the classic set, and then the personal set. According to how big your family is, you can choose a set for you or customize it. Yes, thank you so much, Dora, for having me, for having us, and thank you for appreciating the call. Yeah, I'm so glad you made it here. I wanted to show you more of this at office, but I couldn't because of the restrictions and the COVID time. So I just had to do it home. Forgive my background. Of course, I'll be sharing with you everything in the chat. And also Victoria, who invited you, she's very excited you're on the call and you held on. God bless you and have a nice time. Oh, thank you, thank you. You're amazing. I didn't hear your voice, but it was good. Thank you, thank you. All right, nice time. I'm ending the meeting.